What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and today we have a brand new episode of the series Team Spotlight. Now, I just want to say that in the future, I'll try not to take so many days between videos, but I had a really busy week, so I just wanted to apologize to everyone for that. In this video, with episode number 7, we have a special team featuring the newest character, and I can already hear a storm brewing. As you can see, the team name is Thundra and Lightning. And it's kind of a goofy name, but it's pretty funny and fitting. And the team is going to be Thundra and Thor. And of course, there are other teams I could make, like Thundra Storm. And that'd be, of course, Thundra and Storm. And I'm sure you can think of some funny teams yourself. And if you do, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to see them. So for this team, I'm using an agent in the Tactician Power Armor, Thundra, who has those following passive abilities: Bastion and Wallbreaker. And last but not least, I'm using the modern Blaster Thor. And he definitely packs a punch. In just a moment after the fight starts, I will show you which items I have equipped on my agent to fit this theme. I'm going to try to use these items to their full potential, and I'm hoping that they work out alright, but they're mainly just there because of their names, and you'll see that in just a second. So now that you've had plenty of time to see the team, I'm going to go ahead and start this fight, and then we'll get into the episode. There's going to be a few regular fights against the computer, and then I'm going to end the episode with 2 PvP battles, and I'll do my best against these opponents. The only thing is I may have to switch an item or two, but I'll try to stay with the main theme items. Alright, so after these 2 opponents get their turns, then I'm going to show you what my agent has. And first we have the Taste of Thunder. So it's pretty obvious why this fits. It ignores defense and can stun, so it's a half decent weapon. And then after this, we're going to go ahead and move on to the Lightning Needle. And the Lightning Needle is also very obvious. Most of these items are pretty obvious. And it says deadly crits, it causes bleeding, it causes shred, has shrinking so it can perform a second attack when attacking, and the chance increases and damage decreases each round. It also can stun robots. So anyways, moving on, we have the Voltcaster, which also sounds definitely like an electric, thunder, lightning type thing. And it is the upgradable version. So the upgraded version, I believe, is the Vajra, and that just doesn't sound like it goes with the theme. So that's why we're using this item. Another option that I had was the Rolling Thunder shotgun, I believe, but it was really low level and wouldn't help me at all, so this was definitely a better option than it. And for my last item, I just went ahead and put on Quantum Jumper. It's been a while since I used it, and I think it can fit in on pretty much any team. Now that we've seen the items, let's go ahead and take these guys out. First, we're going to use Lightning Needle. Now usually it'll pop up shrinking if you're going to get that second attack, and it didn't. But Summon Thunder is definitely my ace in the hole. It does a ton of damage, and sometimes will wipe out the entire opponent's team, just with one move. For Thundra, I have a hard time deciding when to use which attacks, and I know that as I use her more I'll figure it out, but right now it just kind of seems like you should use Rolling Thunder and get those buffs on her. So that's pretty much my default move for her. Then of course, Perfect Storm is good after you get debuffs on the enemy and you get buffs on yourself. And her last move is something that has a cooldown of 2 rounds, but when you use it, it's going to do a stun, and then it's also going to help her next attack. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use her stun and get her last ability out of the way. And she's going to get another turn here really quick because we're going to use Quantum Jumper. So then with that one, we're probably going to use her second ability, which will go ahead and give her a buff. Or maybe even 2. So let's see what we get. And we gain Fortified and Agile. So that's what I mean by she can proc more than one buff at a time. Now on Thor's turn, we could take them both out with the Summon Thunder, but instead we're going to single target attack That way we can see another attack from Thundra. So when it's Thundra's turn, I'm going to go ahead and use her second ability, Rolling Thunder, one more time. But let's take a look at Perfect Storm first. Alright, well, we're just going to use her second ability. He had no debuffs or anything. And there you see, we got a lot of buffs off that one. So, I guess she's capable of proccing all of them at once. I think the most I've seen there is 3. Now on my agent's turn, it said shrinking. So that means he would be able to double attack. But I'm going to go ahead and remove debuffs because I had a stun on Thundra. And since she's the star of the episode, I don't want her to be stunned. I definitely want to use her abilities and show her off in combat a little bit. And there she is, hitting with Perfect Storm. And you see that she can do quite a bit of damage. If she was completely buffed and maybe had War Frenzy, I could see her doing a ton of damage. Especially to protectors, which you're going to see what she'll do to protectors right here in this round. So if you hit with Rolling Thunder, then you can gain all of those buffs potentially. And then she will hit with Lightning Round, her first ability, on top of that. And of course she did that because that particular character is a protector. And there you're going to see Taste of Thunder, and we're going to follow that by Summon Thunder. So you'll see that theme kicking in here. That blaster is attacking my agent, so that means I'm going to get tactical maneuvers. So let's use the Lightning Needle. And that caused bleed, which is kind of good. But these weapons, they really aren't that strong, so of course this team's not going to be amazing at PvP. But if I tried different weapons, which I might, I think they can hold their own. Now here comes another Lightning Needle, and you see Shrinking pop up, so he will use it again. And we're just stacking those bleed on them. Now we should have probably used Quantum Jumper, but I'm just going to take out their Infiltrator and then finish this guy with Thor, so it didn't really matter. We'll save it, maybe for this wave. And they have another Protector, so Thundra's definitely going to be hitting him. So there's a Rolling Thunder, and then she will use Lightning Round. And it's cool because it comes right after her buffs, so she got strengthened, and then got to go ahead and hit him with a more powerful attack. Now we thought about using Summon Thunder, but he has no buffs, so we're just going to use that Empowering Strike, and then we'll gain some buffs on him and still be able to take out their Protector. Now that's kind of the problem with using a Tactician, but Tacticians are really awesome. As you can see, there's another Tactical Maneuvers. I'm going to go ahead and recharge, and then I'll get to hit him on my turn coming up. But I think we're going to use Lightning Round, and you can see it does alright damage, and then she got Breakthrough. So she's going to be critting on her next hit. I kind of wish her last ability had a chance to stun all enemies. But maybe they thought that would be too powerful. But still, there's plenty of other characters that have that. Summon Thunder will take out the Infiltrator and leave the other one to Thundra. And she's going to use Perfect Storm, which is her big damage ability. So Thundra is definitely capable of ending a fight. Now we're moving on to our last battle against the computer. Next we will have 2 battles against PvP opponents in the tournament. But first we have to finish this right here. And the computer's going to get a bunch of attacks apparently. And that's mainly because I have a Blaster Thor. Now I wish those Sledgehammer guys started with a Protect. That way Thundra could really do some damage. But we're going to start out with her second ability to gain some good buffs. So she got Strengthened and Fortified. 2 of my favorites. See, I would have had Shrinking there, but he was stunned. Summon Thunder absolutely wrecked this team. So they're almost dead already. The Bruisers, of course, got hit really hard. And they stunned Thundra anyway, so I'm kind of glad they're almost gone. But here comes a Quantum Jumper, so she'll get a turn. And we'll see what we're going to do here. I think with Thor, we're going to go ahead and just finish this Tactician. And then it'll just be the 2 bruisers left. And that shouldn't be too hard, but we can only hit 1, unfortunately. So we're going to use her big damage ability. And it did alright damage there. Like I said, if she had War Frenzy, and they had more debuffs and she had, a few other things, I'm pretty sure she could do some major damage on someone. And hopefully we see that in these PvP battles. This guy has a team that I've used in the past. Nightcrawler and Wolverine. And it's actually a pretty good combination. They're capable of doing some stuns, and then you have Wolverine's stealthy stun and Nightcrawler's stealth attacks. So this may be difficult, but I kind of like that there's a scrapper over there for Thundra. So right away, we do a pretty good hit on him. We gain focused and agile, and also enraged. And I guess since he has the potential to protect, we went ahead and hit him again. That was kind of odd. I don't know if it's supposed to happen like that or not. But Wolverine's gone already, so that was a pretty amazing move by Thundra. You have to like what you saw from Thundra right there. I wish that everyone was still using Wolverine like a couple tournaments ago. She would probably smash those teams. But anyways, let's see what goes on here. They're going to get a double attack because of my blaster. And this hotshot could be pretty bad. So let's see who he stuns. He stunned my agent. And he has Warbringer Axe. Now I do have different weapons on my agent, but I still have the Taste of Thunder. I still have Pym's Needle. And it looks like my agent's going to get taken out really fast here anyway, so it really doesn't matter. He didn't do a whole lot. So it's down to Thundra and Thor. And we're going to try to take out Nightcrawler, or at least stun him. So she took him out with an 8,000 hit, which is pretty nice. And unfortunately, he has a tactician, so we're going to inspire bravery. That's going to strengthen Thundra, who I'm counting on to end this. In the future, I'm going to make a separate video as a full character review on Thundra. Right now, I can't 100% say the getter. She's not like absolutely game breaking like Captain Britain was, or anything like that. She may have something that's really amazing, but I just haven't stumbled across that combo yet. There really may be something out there though that I'm overlooking or just didn't click, and she may be really nasty in a certain situation. You definitely saw how she'll crush Wolverine. Maybe with the right weapon or combination, she could do really well on a PvP team, but right now I can't fully recommend her as a must-have hero. She is fun though, and I'm glad we got another bruiser. If you know me, you'll know I'll buy every character, so I guess I'm just a completionist. So there you see, I did put Dark Sigil on my agent. It's going to help out with the attacks a little bit. This team feels like a throwback team to me. Emma Frost and Mockingbird, but I guess Emma Frost never went out of style. And Mockingbird is still a really fantastic character. I used her in the last tournament for a little while. She's going to get a ton of attacks here, and hopefully she doesn't kill anyone. On Thor's turn, I normally would summon Thunder, but they have 2 tacticians, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use his first ability, Hammer Throw, and just kill the agent. So there's a huge hit, and that's what his first ability is capable of doing if he uses it when fully buffed. Thor may not get a chance to do too much else against this team, but at least he got that one good hit in. Now with Thundra, we're going to use the stun move on Emma and hope it hits. So let's go ahead and use that. It does absolutely no damage and didn't stun, but we did cause Intimidate. Now let's use Quantum Jumper. Thor's unfortunately stunned, but Thundra's going to go ahead and use her big attack against Emma since she's weakened now. So let's see what we can do. And Thundra takes Emma down with a huge hit. And see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what Thundra is capable of. And mind you, she's only at level 9. And she doesn't have War Frenzy or anything like that. So she can do some major damage. Mockingbird is definitely going to be the tough one to take out. But since we get 3 attacks in a row, we're not too worried about it. We're going to strengthen everyone. And then we're going to try to take her out with my agent and Thundra. Let's do a Rolling Thunder. And there you see it did about 10k. And she got 3 buffs. Now let's see what my agent can do. Oh wait, she's taking a turn and she dies to debuffs. Okay, so that was kind of a confusing ending, but Mockingbird will do stuff like that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode, episode number 7. I'd like to thank you all for watching and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. And please stay tuned for the next episode of the Adamantium process. I have some good news to share with you all in that episode. Until next time, good luck and take care.